institution in world cinema, to talk about his story. The story that weaves magic with visuals, that elicits emotion from every cinematic frame.
سلام عرض میکنم خدمت خانم آقایون. خیلی خوشحالم که به هر حال اولین نمایش فیلم در هند در این جشنواره بوده و امیدوارم که گفتگوی خوبی داشته باشه. من در خدمت شما هستم، سوالی باشه پاسخگو باشه.
First, I salute everybody. I'm very happy that I'm here for the first release of the film in India. It was a pleasure to see the film with Indian audiences and hope we can have a good discussion together today.
نمیدونم، حالا من شاید خیلی متوجه سوال دوشون نشدم، ولی به هر حال من فکر می‌کنم که هم کلاس در ادامه همون فیلمسازی قبلی که داشتم، مثل باران، مثل بچه آسمان، مثل آواز گنجشگاه، فکر می‌کنم که در همون امتداد همون مسیر و پرداختن به موضوع انسان و خانواده و ارزش‌های انسانی.
I could not understand very well your question, but I think that this also beyond the clothes, it's in the same storyline of my previous films, and so respecting the human values, family, and so it's like my other previous films, so in the continuity of the style and also in the content.
Hello, yeah, right here to your right. Hi, Russell here from Movie Fight. First of all, I would like to congratulate Majid sir, Ishaan, Malavika on a really well-made film. My question is to you, Ishaan. You're being a star son. Usually they go, now you're going to be launched in Dhadak, but usually they go the Bollywood way with a big launch, but you have gone with Majid sir's film, which is an international film, but the kind of film that we usually don't see star sons, star daughters getting launched in. It's a bit artsy, though it is really nice. So what made you choose this film as your first film?
Thank you for the question. First of all, my sincerest apologies for being a little late. I'm sorry about that. We had a bike breakdown on the way here. To answer your question, sir, would you mind if I asked you a question myself? Would you define star son for me, please?
Star son is somebody who comes from a family. Star son is somebody who comes from a family of actors who already. Nilima, Azim ji, your mother, has already been in the industry. Pankaj sir, Rajesh Khattar, who are all part of your family, they've been in the industry. Shahid Kapoor is a big star. So obviously, when you are coming from that lineage, it's a star son.
No, all right, okay. Well, honestly, for me, it wasn't much of a decision to make. It was really a no-brainer because an opportunity like this seldom comes to an actor.
Do you mind if I speak without this? It's not a very...
Your voice is audible.
Oh, it is?
All right.
Okay. Can you hear me?
I clearly, loud and clear.
Sorry. Well, I saw the opportunity for this. Hani Trehan, the casting director, called me in, and I had an opportunity to meet with the likes of Majid Majidi and have a small conversation with him. And after that, it was really not much of a decision to make for me because I'm a huge fan of cinema itself. I watch a lot of cinema. I have been a delegate at film festivals, at this very festival for 2 years. And I'm absolutely a huge admirer of his work and his his films. So for me, it really wasn't much of a decision to make. I just want to be part of good films. It's not a very calculated or thought out decision process where I decide that I should do this kind of a film to be marketable or to be accessible to a certain kind of audience. Or it's not much of a sort of calculated move. It's just instinctive and it's an honor. So honestly, it's a no-brainer for me.
So is there a lot of pressure? Because that film is really...
We're here to talk about Beyond the Clouds. Can we stick to that, please? Beyond the Clouds, please. Thank you.
Good afternoon, sir. Hi, good afternoon, sir. My name is Divya. I'm from Open Magazine in Mumbai. Congratulations to the entire team on a lovely film. I'd like to ask you, what was your thought behind your female protagonist, Tara, when you were putting her down on paper, on script? Because on film, she came across as, number one, a major victim of circumstances and someone who has to constantly compromise with the conflicts that she's dealing with, instead of somebody who is an empowered woman. I understand that it's easy to portray a woman who's, coming out successfully against all odds, and somebody like Tara is probably a more realistic version of what we see in today's young poverty-stricken sort of Mumbai or urban space. So I'd like you to tell me, how did you want to portray your female protagonist, and was that vision did it come together in the film in the end?
خب من همیشه به هر حال گفتم موضوعاتم رو و قصه هم رو از تو خود جامعه و دل مردم میگیرم.
As I mentioned before, I take the story and also the subjects through the society and through the people.
و خب سفرهای خیلی زیادی من به هند داشتم و مدت زیادی رو در هند بودم.
I had traveled many times to India and so studied actually and so worked on India and different subjects and so made evaluation.
و در واقع میشه گفتش که الان شاید من بمبئی رو بهتر از خود کسایی که تو بمبئی زندگی میکنن میشناسم به جهت لوکیشن و فضاها.
Even I can confess that maybe I know Mumbai with regard to the locations and the content even better than those who live over there.
بعضی وقتا لوکیشن هایی که میبردم فیلم بردارم میگفت اینجا رو کجا پیدا کردی؟ من 20 سال بمبئی زندگی میکنم هنوز اینجا رو ندیدم.
Sometimes it happened actually that even the people from the production or they say how you have find this place. So even for example we have been here for 20 years and for the first time we see this place in location actually in Mumbai.
بنابراین وضعیت در واقع جامعه در واقع زنها خب همیشه در همه جوامع به هر حال زنها آسیب پذیرتر هستن و کودکان و زنها خب به هر حال خیلی آسیب پذیر هستن. بخصوص تو جوامعی که به هر حال رشد جمعیت زیاده و مسائل در واقع اجتماعی اقتصادی وجود داره، خب این آسیب پذیری بیشتر میشه.
So we can say that in countries with big population it's more common to happen for the children and also for the women to have more social problems and so to be disturbed actually more easily with regard to the other people.
و متاسفانه خب این جمعیتی که به هر حال آسیب پذیر هستن کسی هستن که خب خیلی هم صداشون به جای نمیرسه و من تصاویر رو به هر حال دیدم از دخترها و زنهایی که خب در فضای بسیار سختی هم کار میکردن هم متاسفانه
सर मुझे भी बोलने दीजिए. Thank you. Hello, ma'am. Yes, there was. It is an incredible team to be working with, but I do feel that Mr. Majidi has such strong leadership qualities that everyone that works with him essentially works under him and for him. So I don't think anyone brought their seniority to this film, but they did bring all the experience with them, which was only incredibly. Empowering in the sense that there was so much to learn from these wonderful people that you mentioned. We of course didn't have a lot of meetings with Rahman sir, but yes, working with Vishal sir, speaking his dialogue, and
with Anil sir and such wonderful people that we had on the team. We also had some brilliant technicians working on this film, but we were all working in unison to satisfy his vision. So it was, I don't think anyone intimidated anyone on the set. It was just wonderful. It was a lot of teamwork.
Hello, sir. Hello. Sir, I am from... Okay.
Hi, Mr. Majidi, this is Faridoon from BollywoodHungama. Sir, excellent film. It was really, really moving. Wonderful performances by everyone. My question to you is that what was your brief to Mr. Anil Mehta for the camera work? Because I think he's done exceptional work, especially the chase sequences. I think they are superbly done. And so what is the importance of lighting as far as you are concerned?
خب ما تمام لوکیشن های فیلم رو از قبل خب به هر حال انتخاب کرده بودیم و کل گروه برای بازبینی لوکیشن ها که میرفتیم طراحی همه صحنه ها رو قبل از فیلم برداری با گروه میرفتیم و در واقع طراحی فضا رو و دوربین رو در فضا انجام میدادیم.
So we visited the locations well in advance with all the crew. It was the schedule that we based on we visited all the locations with the team before, and so even before starting the shooting, so we design and also thinking how to put the camera and to organize it. So with this knowledge actually we organize the shooting and the sequences.
یعنی در واقع ببینید لوکیشن در فیلم‌های من در فیلم‌های کار می‌کنم به هر حال یک کاراکتر داره و در واقع یک شخصیت داره. همینجوری لوکیشن انتخاب نمیشه. در واقع شکل توریستی نداره. لوکیشن خودش یک جوری توی فیلم حضور کاراکتری داره در فیلم.
As you have seen in all my films, locations have characters as well. So it means that we have tried to work on them. And so it's and found a character even for the locations that we are using.
به طور مثال مثلا همین افتتاحیه فیلم، اوپنینگ فیلم، اگه نگاه کنیم به هر حال یک لانچاتی از شهر هستش و در واقع دوربین میاد پایین و ما میریم زیر پوسته شهر و قصه آدمایی که دیده نمیشن، آدمایی که در واقع زیر زمین هستن، زیر پوست شهر هستن و قصه ما قراره که داستانی رو روایت کنیم که آدمایی که دیده نمیشن.
So as you have seen by the opening of the film, so we have a kind of exploring the city, and then by chasing the camera, we are coming to see the people under the skin of the city. And so those that they have not a chance to be seen, and so we have tried to find them. So even for finding this location with Anil, we try to find the best place.
به همین سادگی نبود، فقط 2-3 روز طول کشید که در واقع اونجا طراحی بشه و پرکتیکال‌های زده بشه که کریم بره روش و یه کار لوجستیکی، یه کار و در واقع خیلی روی سختی رو پیش برد تا بتونه اون پلان بده.
Even for that sequence, when with Anil we referred to visit the place, it was very complicated. It took 3 days logistically to support that in order to create that circumstances.
و برای نورپردازی هم همینجور در واقع تمام فضایی که نور داده میشد بر اساس خود حس و حالی که در واقع در فیلم بود نورپردازی میشد.
Even for the lighting, so we try to have the real feeling of the set, the real feeling of the sequence, and then by thinking how to manage, it happened.
واقعا هم خیلی استادانه آنیل کار کرد و تمام چیزی که در توان داشت رو مثلا خیلی به خوبی در این فیلم چیزی خاصا می‌کنه.
And as you see, Anil has done his best, and so he was really wonderful.
Thank you. Please. Yes,
Hello.
please.
Hello.
Actually, this is second place conference.